On the news tonight, federal government files terrorism charges over Oyo school abduction. Plus, Lagos State government reaffirms commitment to state social protection framework. A warm welcome to NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. I am Musa Toliad. The federal government has filed 10-count charges against 3 suspects for their alleged involvement in the kidnap of pupils and teachers in Oriyere local government area of Oyo State. The suspects, Abdurazak Umar, Yunusa Musa, and Shamsu Adamu Sani, who will be standing trial before the Federal High Court Abuja Division, were arrested by the DSS. The charges borders on terrorism, kidnapping, concealment, incitement, and illegal mining. The defendants, all of Suleja local government area of Niger State, are alleged to have conspired with one Mohammed Sani, Jibril Mohammed, and Ibrahim Khabab between January and May 2026 to kidnap school children and teachers in Oyo State, contrary to Section 26, Subsection 1 of the Terrorism Act 2022. They are further alleged to have aided the kidnap of the school children and teachers and to have concealed information regarding the identities and activities of the alleged masterminds, despite knowledge of the plot, contrary to the act. The charge sheet also alleged that the trial of on or about 2nd June 2026 professed membership of Darussalam, a proscribed terrorist organization in Nigeria, contrary to Section 25, Subsection 1 of the Act. In separate counts, the first defendant, Abdurazak Umar, is specifically accused of providing training and instruction to terrorists and inciting members to commit acts of terrorism through a WhatsApp group. The suspects are expected to appear in court next week, having concluded the investigation. A report says others are still being probed by the DSS, who insist on diligent investigation. The Senate is to commit the proceeds of Crime Act Amendment Bill for further legislative scrutiny. This reverses its passage of the bill last Thursday. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
The Proceeds of Crime Act Amendment Bill seeks to establish a single agency to handle the recovery, preservation, management and disposal of assets seized which were acquired through illegal means. That responsibility is currently handled by 18 different government agencies. Senate Leader Okoyemi Bamidele said the Senate is rescinding its passage of the bill to allow for further legislative scrutiny.
Certain substantive drafting, legal and policy issues requiring further legislative scrutiny and refinement were identified. The identified issues are fundamental to the effective implementation of the proposed legislation and, if left unaddressed, may undermine the objectives of the bill.
In other considerations, the Senate passed 2 bills transmitted from the House of Representatives for concurrence. One of them provides for the establishment of an environmental health control agency. Also, the Senate has confirmed the appointment of Professor Abayomi Fashino as a non-career ambassador. A mild drama, however, ensued during the consideration of the report of the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs, which conducted the screening, as Senator Adams Oshomole raised a point of order regarding a petition against the nominee. Senate, however, insisted that its Committee on Foreign Affairs has indicated in the report that Professor Fashina has been cleared by the authorities of the Federal University Oye-Ekiti and the Nigeria Police Force of allegations of sexual harassment.
This is from the University Council, the Governing Council of the University. So let me just read just one paragraph from what they did. There was no case of sexual harassment, thus confirming the earlier investigation by the Nigerian Police Force, which had earlier investigated and found the allegation to be false.
A man is presumed innocent until the contrary is proved. So we cannot, on the basis of an allegation that he is being charged to court, fail to take perform our constitutional responsibility.
I approved the nomination of Professor Abayomi Sunday Fashina as a non-career ambassador through High Commissioner of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole?
Professor Fashina was nominated by President Bola Tinubu in June 2026 as a non-career ambassador from the National Assembly. Lami Ali, NTA News.
Still talking crime. A routine stop and search operation by operatives of the Lagos State Police Command has led to the arrest of a 22-year-old suspect and the recovery of firearms and substances suspected to be Indian hemp in the Aguda area of Lagos. According to the Lagos State Police Command, the suspect, Olamide Sulaiman, was intercepted along Adetola Road, where a search reportedly uncovered dry leaves suspected to be Indian hemp and locally made pistol loaded with one live cartridge. The statement says information obtained during interrogation led operatives to a hotel in Aguda, where a further search resulted in the recovery of a double-barreled gun. However, the principal suspect, identified as Emir, escaped before the arrival of the police, while efforts are ongoing to apprehend him and other members of the gang. Commissioner of Police Tijani Fatai reaffirmed the command's resolve to rid the state of criminal elements and urged residents to continue supporting the police with credible information to strengthen crime prevention and detection. The Lagos State Police Command has organized a sensitization program on insurance and welfare schemes for officers as part of ongoing efforts by the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, to strengthen the welfare of personnel. In a statement by the Police Public Relations Officer, the lecture delivered by the Force Insurance Section enlightened officers on various welfare packages available to them, including the Group Life Assurance Scheme, Nigeria Police Welfare Insurance Scheme, Group Personnel Accident Scheme, the newly introduced Voluntary Contribution Scheme aimed at improving their financial security. The statement adds that officers who were also encouraged to take advantage of the ongoing sales of shares of the Nigeria Police Force Insurance Company as an investment opportunity. Commissioner of Police Tijani Fatai commended the Inspector General of Police for prioritizing the welfare of personnel and urged officers to take full advantage of the available scheme, noting that improved welfare remains essential to boosting morale, productivity, and promoting effective service delivery. You're still watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. More reports after this timeout. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's taking the floor right now to performing Tina Newman. Let's go!
The NTA Lagos Channel 10 Baby and Mama Show is here again. The 2026 World Breastfeeding Week is a global awareness campaign by WABA to support breastfeeding of babies between ages 0 to 2 years. This year's theme is breastfeeding for a sustainable start in life. Strengthen what works. Join us in NTA Lagos Channel 10 as we celebrate the new generation. Activities include drama, health talk, quiz, and of course the baby show contest. There will be lots of surprises as mothers will smile home with loads of prizes. Are you a mother with an exclusively breastfeeding baby of 0 to 6 months? Then this event is for you. Date 4th of August 2026, time 10 a.m. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tejuesho Yaba. Register now with the Finance Department NTA Lagos Channel 10. For more inquiries, please call Debola 0802-790-4193, GMO 0803-830-1669, Jumoke 0803-919-7639. The NTA Lagos Channel 10 Baby and Mama Show 2026. Healthy babies, happy mothers, stronger communities.
Do you need hotel service that runs hospitality business as real business? then look no further, because Suru Express Hotels is readily available to meet your hotel accommodation needs in a cozy and serene atmosphere. Courtesy and care greet your arrival at our front desk while you're checking out our various rooms, suites, deluxe, standard and express gold, all fitted for purpose you desire. Healthy nutrition is also a top priority at our tastefully organized restaurants in Suru Express Hotels. With our ultra-modern gymnasium, maintaining your fitness is guaranteed in a conducive atmosphere. To unwind and reduce stress, our world-class standard swimming pool and game centers are always available. We are strategically located in Surulere, Ikeja GRA, Ikorodu, to provide unparalleled hospitality and free parking and top-notch security. A choice of any Suru Express hotel is a choice made with wisdom.
The joys of life are found in moments, moments that makes us wonder, then fill our hearts with laughter. Moments we risk it all for a craving, but the reward makes it all worth it. Moments when you remind everyone of your greatness. Moments when you feel like you need a hero. Then you realize you're the hero you've always needed.
Collect 10 unique moments and win big in the My Indomie Moments promo.
Thanks for staying tuned to NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to strengthening the state's social protection programs and tackling gender-based violence through sustained investments, increased public awareness, and effective enforcement of relevant laws. The governor, represented by the Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat, stated this at the launch of a book titled "Who is She?", authored by the Deputy Governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress in Lagos State ahead of the 2027 general election. Ese Onwamaka reports.
Of the book titled "Who is She?", authored by the All Progressives Congress APC Deputy Governorship aspirant in Lagos State ahead of the 2027 general election, Damilola Shinayo James, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by his deputy Obafemi Hamzat, reaffirmed the state's commitment to strengthening a social protection framework. He noted that the Lagos State government has developed policies backed by a regularly updated social register of vulnerable residents to ensure that social intervention programs are inclusive and that no one is left behind.
As we protect our women, we must also train our boys so that they also understand what it takes to be a man, what it takes to live together with a woman. In terms of the area that is based on violence, we need to, when people are found guilty in court, we need to make it public so that people need to know that it is wrong to do this. And I think that's the area that we need to get better at.
Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat commended Damilola Shinayo James for authoring the book, describing it as a practical contribution to the national conversation on gender-based violence, women's empowerment, and social protection.
It's a practical book that extends to what we do in our society, and I think how we can correct it. So, fantastic book. So I'm going to read it.
Beyond the laws, we need to empower the laws. We need to enforce the laws. Men need to be brought to accountability for what they do to these young people. Then the change that we desire will come.
Speaking on the inspiration behind the book, the author Damilola Shinayo James noted that "Who is She?" highlights the social challenges confronting individuals and communities, with particular emphasis on the experiences and welfare of the girl child.
The book is for everybody. It talks to us to be able to reflect, to think about how we can sustain our family, how we can contribute to the economy, how we can impact our community, knowing that our community has also given back to us, and also how we can carry the burden of some of the unseen issues that is pressing in our nation, Nigeria.
The highlight of the event was the official unveiling of "Who is She?" by the Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat. Beyond her political aspirations, Damilola Shinayo James is a public servant, community leader, an advocate for social development in Lagos. S.C. Onwamaka, NT News.
Now, the importance of remembering that living in this world is temporary and that every individual will ultimately return to Allah was the main thrust of Imam Khutbah at the NTA Lagos Channel 10 Mosque. Abdulhamid Sanusi reports.
The Jumu'ah sermon focused on the importance of preparing for the hereafter through righteous deeds and sincere worship of Allah. The Imam reminded the congregation that this worldly life is temporary and that every soul will return to Allah to account for its actions. He emphasized the need to maintain the 5 daily prayers, seek forgiveness regularly, recite and reflect upon the Quran, give charity, and uphold good character. The Imam also encouraged Muslims to avoid sinful acts and hasten to engage in sincere repentance before death overtakes them. The Imam thereafter led the congregation with 2 rak'ah.
We have many things to do in this world, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us to do. One thing about it is to worship Allah alone and to prepare our iman. In some verses in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, I call you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, taqullah, you must fear Allah. So we have to stay with those ones who call to the right place. That's first things to do.
Some Muslim Ummah reacted to the Jumu'ah sermon.
The lecture is a really serious one and it's a very important one. For me, particularly, it really struck me and it made me remember that we are only in this world for a minimum time. The world is just a simple and short period, but we should think more of the hereafter. So we should use whatever we have in this world to think of how we will gain the hereafter.
No matter how we live in this life, one day we will live this life. Live this life, time is so short. But hereafter, we are going to live there forever and ever. If someone did good in this life, the year after, that person is going to enjoy everlasting life.
There were question and answer session at the end of the Jumu'ah prayers. In Lagos, Abdulhamid Sanusi, NT News.
That report concludes the English segment of the NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. Many thanks for watching. Fadike is standing by with the Yoruba version of the news. Good evening.
Ẹ káalẹ́, ìròyìn ló ń dé sí ojú ìwòran yín láti iléeṣẹ́ wa NTA ìkànnì kẹwàá. Ìròyìn rèé látẹnu Fadékẹ́ Ògúntúàṣe. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti gbé ẹ̀sùn 10 kalẹ̀ níwájú ilé ẹjọ́ gíga àpapọ̀ tó wà ní Àbújá lòdì sí Abdulrazak Umar Yunusa Musa àti Samsul Adamu Sani pẹ̀lú kíkópa nínú jíjínigbé àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn ọmọ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ àti àwọn olùkọ́ ní ṣùkúrù tó wà ní agbègbè Oríire ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Nínú àlàyé kan tó wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ẹ̀ka iṣẹ́ ààbò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí DSS sọ pé àwọn afurasí ọ̀hún ni wọ́n jọ ṣe àjọṣe láti gbé àwọn ọmọ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà tí wọ́n sì ṣèrànwọ́ nínú iṣẹ́ ọ̀daràn náà. Wọ́n tún fi ẹ̀sùn kàn wọ́n pé wọ́n fi ìmọ̀ nípa ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà pamọ́ tí wọ́n kò sì fi tó àwọn ẹ̀ka ààbò létí bí ó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní ìmọ̀ ṣáájú nípa ìjínikó náà. Àwọn agbẹjọ́rò ìjọba tún fi ẹ̀sùn kan àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta náà pé wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Dar-Salam, ẹgbẹ́ kan tí ó ní ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú Ansaru, ẹgbẹ́ apániláyà tí ìjọba ti sì fi òfin dè ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú òfin ìdènà àti ìfòfinde ìpániláyà ti ọdún 2022. àwọn ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi kàn wọ́n jẹ́ ìpaniláyà, ìdìtẹ̀, ìjínigbé ènìyàn, jíjẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ apaniláyà láìbófinmu, àwọn ẹ̀sùn tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú lílo ẹ̀rọ ayélujára fún ìwà ọ̀daràn àti ìṣe ìwakùsà láì ní àṣẹ. Àjọ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ti ṣètò àkànṣe fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá lórí àwọn ètò ìfẹ̀yìntì gẹ́gẹ́ bí apá kan nínú ìsapá tí ọ̀gá àgbà pátápátá Ọlátúnjí Dìísù ń ṣe láti rí i pé wọ́n ṣe ìtọ́jú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ lóòrèkóòrè. Nínú àlàyé tí agbẹnusọ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó SP Abímbọ́lá Adébísí gbé jáde, ó ṣe lálàyé pé ètò ẹ̀ka tó ń rí sí ètò ìfẹ̀yìntì àwọn agbófinró orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ ṣe lálàyé fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ nípa oríṣiríṣi àǹfààní ìtọ́jú tó wà fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá, àwọn ètò ìfinilọ́kànbalẹ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ẹ̀ka tó ń bójútó ìfẹ̀yìntì àwọn agbófinró wọ̀nyí ni Group Life Assurance Scheme, Nigerian Police Welfare Insurance Scheme, Group Personal Accident Scheme, IGP Family Welfare Insurance Scheme àti ètò tuntun tí wọ́n ń pè ní Voluntary Contribution Scheme tí wọ́n ṣe láti mú ìdánilójú ọjọ́ iwájú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ dára sí i. Kọmíṣánná ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Tijani Fatai gbé oríyìn fún ọ̀gá àgbà Ọlátúnjí Dìísù fún fífi àlàáfíà àti ìtọ́jú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ sí ipò àkọ́kọ́. Ó wá gba àwọn ọlọ́pàá níyànjú láti lo gbogbo àǹfààní yìí tí ètò náà pèsè fún wọn. Pàtàkì ìrántí pé ìgbé ayé yìí wà fún ìgbà díẹ̀ àti pé gbogbo ènìyàn yóò padà sí ọ̀dọ̀ Allah ní ìkẹyìn ní kókó wáàsí tí Imam Yusuf Mikael gbé kalẹ̀ ní mọ́sálásí NTA ìkànnì kẹwàá Tẹ́jú Oṣó. Wáàsí náà sọ pé kí àwọn olùgbàgbọ́ máa wà ní ìmúrasílẹ̀ fún ọjọ́ ìkẹyìn nípasẹ̀ ìṣerere àti ìjọsìn tòótọ́ sí Allah. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Abdulhamid Sanusi jábọ̀ ìròyìn pé Imam náà rán àwọn olùgbàgbọ́ létí pé ayé yìí jẹ́ ibùdó àkọ́kọ́ àti pé gbogbo ẹ̀dá yóò padà sí ọ̀dọ̀ Allah láti ṣàlàyé ohun tí wọ́n gbé ṣe ní ilé ayé. Ó tẹnumọ́ pàtàkì àdúrà 5 ojoojúmọ́, wíwá ìdáríjì lọ́dọ̀ Allah ní gbogbo ìgbà, kíka àti fífi ẹ̀kọ́ Al-Quran sí ìlò nínú ìgbésí ayé wọn, fífúnni ní sàdákà àti mímú ìwà rere hàn ní gbogbo àkókò. Lẹ́yìn náà, Imam náà darí àwọn olùjọ́sìn nínú rákà méjì ti àdúrà Jumar. Lára àwọn onígbàgbọ́ ló ṣàlàyé ohun tí wọ́n kọ́ láti inú wáàsí náà àti bí àwọn ó ṣe ṣe àmúlò rẹ̀ nínú ìgbésí ayé wọn. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ láṣálẹ́ tòní. Ẹ pàdé wa fún àkọ́tún ìròyìn lọ́la. Ọlọ́run ó wọ̀ mọ́ yín. Ó dàárọ̀.